What's up, you guys? Today is the 2nd of October. Monday afternoon. It is 16:15 local time, or 4:15 p.m. We are currently northbound on US 63 in Missouri. Now on our way to Moberly. Now we got on US 63 off of I-70 in Columbia, Missouri, which is about halfway between Kansas City and St. Louis. And a cross-dock load that we're going to be delivering that picked up at the Walmart distribution center in Colton. Now you guys have seen me come here a couple times before. I think one of the recent times that I was here, I ended up sitting there staging and waiting for this good couple hours before I was able to get a doctor assignment. This time around, it should be a little bit different. I was told we actually do drop-in hooks there again. We used to do drop-in hooks there before, but then we stopped. And now I guess we resumed them now. Some people have told have posted about cross docks resuming. Come on, sprinter van. Back off here so I can get moved over before that car loses too much speed. Alright, yeah, so a couple drivers have talked about now doing drop-in hooks at some of the DCs. I think Pauls Valley, Oklahoma might even be one of them. I've not been there since they started doing it, if they have, but I thought I heard someone say that they saw some of our drop trailers sitting over there. So yeah, it'll be kind of nice there. So it should, for the most part, be an in and out kind of thing for me there. Just if it's like it used to be, I want to get past the guard shack and just go straight ahead, drop my trailer. Well, we'll talk more about that when we actually get on the property. How about that? Meanwhile, though, let's talk about the snafu that happened picking this load up, though. Yeah, because that was definitely something to talk about. That is some lessons that can be learned from, both for myself and for dispatchers. And also for people working in warehouses. Alright, so what happened here? Alright, so you guys know from my last video that I delivered a load to the Sam's Club Distribution Center there in Colton, which is the same building that I picked up this load from. It's just, Sam's Club basically is the north side of the building, and Walmart loads are the south side of the building. It's all Walmart, but it's, it's still organized in a way. Alright, anyway, though, I had to leave the property after delivering that Sam's Club load, basically check out from that Sam's Club delivery, go off the property, then I cleaned out my trailer, and then I went right back into the property to check in for my reload. Now, my reload was not due for pickup until 2300 that night. My delivery at Sam's Club was at 1600, and I got there about, 15, 20-ish. And I was off the property by about 1650-ish. I don't know, maybe a little bit later or something like that. 1655, somewhere around there. Alright, I get back in line to go check in. I think I was finally checking in at the guard shack. Yeah, we'll say about 1750 or so. There was a line of trucks there. And, so when I get checked in, the guard was handling like 3 or 4 of us all at the same time. There was an R.E. Garrison driver there, a Prime driver, and myself. I want to say there might have been a 4th one too, but we came out of the booth and was giving all of us our decals or whatever, or actually told us, the Prime driver, that his load canceled. Then he tells R.E. Garrison basically go check in, go park in lot J or whatever, or go drop his trailer and check in at the blue office. Then he gives me mine and tells me, go ahead and drop your trailer and go check in. Okay. Alright, so I do all that. I go drop my trailer, go drive around to the east side of the lot where the blue office is at, and go get checked in. And when I get checked in, the girl there, although she was friendly, she told me that my load canceled. And I thought that was a little bit funny or odd, because normally if my load cancels, I've had several loads out of there cancel in the past. Normally if it cancels, I'm finding out from the guard shack personnel before I even make it on the property. So I thought it was kind of odd that the guard shack guy told me to drop my empty and check in, and now I'm being told it canceled, like barely even 10 minutes later. Yeah, it's a possibility that that really could have happened, but did it? Alright, so stay tuned here. Alright, after I got told this information, I went back to my truck and sent the information in to my dispatch saying, hey, the shipper's telling me the load canceled. Okay, so what normally happens is, one, I stay where I'm at and wait for confirmation that it canceled, that it really did cancel. Sometimes it means staying on property. Sometimes it means go off property and wait outside, wait nearby until I get some an update from the CSR. CSR would be our customer service rep, by the way. They're the ones who actually liaise with the customers. Alright, so I sit around there right in front of the blue office waiting for an hour. Or actually, well, first, no, 18:04, 6:04 p.m. I sent a message in, which is right after I got back to my truck from the office, after being told this, and said that, hey, my load canceled. All right, well, I got nothing back at all. No confirmation, whatever. We're working on it, whatever. 18:30 comes around, and I send a follow-up message because I've not heard anything back yet. Whether it's like, hey, we got your message, we're working on it, or all right, we got confirmation that it canceled. Now, mind you, I've had a lot of several loads cancel out of there, and normally the communication process there with Walmart really does not take long. I know they might have a reputation for taking a long time to give you the bills after they're done unloading your trailer, but when you have a load cancel, generally it doesn't take long at all. Maybe 5-10 minutes tops is what it normally takes me to get confirmation. Because what I think normally happens is, I send the info out on my ELD, and then after that, normally the DM, or DL as we call them now, driver leader or dispatcher, they'll communicate that information to the planner / CSR, whatever. And then after the CSR gets that info, they start, usually will make a phone call or send an email out to the customer asking them to confirm the status of that load. And normally, if that is the case, the shipper will email back and confirm, yeah, that load is canceled. And then right away after that, CSR will either give me a backup load, or I'll wait until the next day for because if it's too late in the day and all the other loads for the day are already booked out, and basically the CSRs have already gone home for the day, or planners have gone home for the day, then there's nothing for me to do. It might be something like where I can cover someone else's load that they couldn't handle, and maybe someone else was already dispatched onto and they fell off of for whatever reason. Truck needed to go in the shop, they had an accident, or they quit, or something, or maybe got sick. Who knows? Those kind of little things can cause someone who's normally dispatched onto a load to fall off it, though, and in which case the night shift people will do what they can to cover it. Find a driver who can cover it for the first driver. They don't actually do load planning themselves, though, normally. And here it was already 18:30, And usually our planners, I think, go home at like 1700. Alright, then on top of that, now I waited around for another half an hour, all the way up until 1900. Now I've been sitting there in front of that office for an hour now. And, well, actually, alright, so half hour in, right after I sent a follow-up at 1830, asking, hey, can you please confirm that you received the 1804 message and that it's being worked on? So I get a message back right away from the night dispatcher saying basically, there's nothing we can really do until Walmart sends an email back confirming that it's canceled. Well, here's the problem. There's a breakdown in the communication process. I was told one thing. At that point, it's between the CSR and the customer. Now, had nothing happened, if I'd sat around and waited forever, and everybody else sat around and waited forever, the load, 2300 would have come and gone, and the load never would have gotten picked up. Yeah, because the load was not actually canceled. You know, that's the point of the punchline of this. Now, how did I get to determining that? No, because the dispatcher basically said, well, just wait until they send email. But I found out the problem is the girl who checked me in wasn't even looking at the right load or something, because she told me it was canceled, and then she gave me back my decal. And then I sit around until about an hour after I first originally got told that. I decided, you know what, screw this. I'm going home. I've not seen my family for more than a few hours, and all but half an hour of that was everybody sleeping anyway. And I hadn't seen them in a few weeks. And highly, at that point, it wasn't very likely that I was going to get a reload or something to cover with anyway. I figured it was only inevitable that I was going to get confirmation that the load canceled. So I went and I started making my way home. I had to do as we call it, the Cajon crawl, as in driving at slow speed up the Cajon Pass because the traffic. It normally takes me about an hour to get home. In this case, it ended up taking me an hour and 20 because of the traffic delays. Get all the way up there. I get parked, in the industrial area that I park at when I have a trailer with me, and find out that I ended up calling the shipper back up right when my wife was rolling up in the car to come get me, and I asked, hey, can I get a status on load, please? And I give her the load info, and then she got a response pretty quickly. Oh, it's ready. What do you mean it's ready? You told me it was canceled earlier. So then she looks again, and then and then she goes, "You're going to Moberly, correct?" I go, "Yes." Yeah, it's ready. Okay, then why the hell was I told it was canceled earlier? So now I'm pissed. I drove an hour and 20 to get home, thinking I might have a chance to actually see my family awake for at least a couple hours perhaps before everybody goes to sleep, and and then maybe get some other load in the morning, on the presumption that my load canceled. And now you tell me I'm gonna have to go back down to Colton in this mental state, irritated, possibly have to be, and let that air out to the person at Walmart, and risk, really just being an asshole and getting DNR'd from the property or something, which I'm not interested in doing. Do too much out of there, and anyway, I get back down there. And it was the same girl who checked me in the first time, who told me the load canceled, and who also was checking me in the second time. And I made a kind of a little offhand comment about it. Just FYI, I'm here to pick up the same load that you told me canceled earlier. She didn't really say anything else about that. I didn't say anything more beyond that either. I just kind of made it known I wasn't happy about what happened there. I don't know if it even meant anything to her. The girl was new to me. I've been here so many times and I don't think I've ever seen her before, so I'm assuming maybe she's new. She made an honest mistake, but her honest mistake cost me several hours of my time and 80 to 90 miles, actually about 90 miles worth of fuel, and fuel in California is not cheap either. Over $6 a gallon right now. Alright, so I'm going to get zoomed back in over here. Alright, there's our map there. So yeah, I ended up picking my, signing up for the bills, getting my load up get back up to the house, because at this point, I can't do anything about it. It's not going to make any difference. If I ran the load out as far as I could, it wasn't going to make any difference on how many 10-hour breaks I was going to need along the way anyway. It didn't matter if I stopped at the house or stopped as far as I could. It was still going to be the same amount of 10-hour breaks from there on in, because I couldn't get far enough down the road with the load to make any difference. And really, I couldn't deliver the load until, which actually we'll talk about that here on the next part as well. Alright guys, we are ready to go here. Process is still exactly identical to the way it used to be. So we're going to drop our loaded in the same area where we used to drop them. And the empties should be, these are these sideways facing rows right here that we're going to pass by in a second. We'll pick out our empty after we've gotten through dropping our loaded. And then we'll go over the receiving office, let them know which empty we want that we're taking home with us, and then they'll sign us out, whatever. Then we'll come back over, hook to the trailer, pre-trip it, and leave it. I see a H30815. All right, why not? There's another one right here, 7518, 30815, all right. Yeah, I'll just go with 30815, it's simple enough. This thing used to not be here. This used to be a drop trailer parking area. I remember it, because right here is usually where I used to park the trailers before, so. This is a CNG tank, isn't it? Something like that. We'll just put her loaded right here next to this Martin trailer. Straight back. See how well we can get it lined up. No. I can tell by my hood mirror that I'm not lined up right. Wasn't too far off, but didn't work out the way I wanted. Probably because I was in a turn already before I even started my setup. I didn't compensate for that, or at least not sufficiently. And I still have some tendencies to want to turn the steering wheel all the way when I'm making my U-turn or making my serpentine turn, because my Peterbilt, that's how it was. This trailer, it doesn't quite, I mean not this trailer, but Freightliners doesn't work that way, because these things can kind of turn on a dime, so I have to be a little more disciplined on how I'm making my, how far I'm steering. I don't want full steering, because it'll go into the jackknife position in a much bigger hurry than it will if when I was in my Peterbilt. So I do kind of a hard right turn, but not all the way, and then usually watch my hood mirror. And when the trailer that's 2 spots over from me shows up in either the hood mirror or the convex, whichever, I want to see all of that trailer and just start to see the trailer on, that's right next to me on this side. as soon as it starts to show up at all, is when I'm starting to take my steering out. And usually, if I do that just right, I'm perfect straight on with the spot. All right, let me get disconnected here, and then it's 30815. We'll go ahead and go check it out after that. Alright guys, we are done dropping our trailer. I'm sure the 30815 will be fine, so probably just head right on over to the receiving office, let them know I'm going to take that one, get my bills signed, and we'll be out of here. See a Hirschbach drop trailer over here. Alright, so we're going to go over to the bullpen area over here. Be up ahead on the left side, the other side of that Walmart trailer. That's the person who's got the Walmart trailer over here. What's Prime doing? I see Hirschbach sitting over here waiting. Oh, yeah, probably them waiting on her. Yeah, that's right. I forgot that. Yeah, even when you're here doing a live unload, you have to sit here and wait in the bullpen area. How about we come over here to this? In between this international, or international and the other international. No real way I can make space here where two trucks can fit. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Alright, let me run inside and we'll head out. Alright guys, we're ready to go. Just wanted to double check that I don't like moving my truck when people are walking around next to it, especially if they have a dog on a leash next to it as well. You never know what they might do. Alright, anyway, okay, so I was checking out there and I was letting what is this guy doing? He's just getting back in his truck right now too. I don't know if he was going or what. But I just saw him getting ready to get back in his truck, so I don't really want to go past him. No, he's going again. All right, we don't need to wait on him if he's walking back. Oh, he's trying to slide his tandems, it looks like. Don't slide your tandems while you're in a turn, dude. That's how you warp it, and that's how your trailer can start doglegging later on. Among other problems that can come up. Because it puts a twisting motion on the slide rail that it's not designed for. Alright, yeah, so I was in there asking, I was in there checking in. I was asking the lady, when did we start doing drop-in hooks again? Anyway, I'm just curious. I'm not really sure, but it wasn't long ago. I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought, because I think I was just here like maybe a month ago, and we weren't doing them yet. So, and I was like, kind of jokingly saying, yeah, well, it works for me, I guess. But on the other hand, I'm like, then again, now I don't get to enjoy any detention pay because I'm out of here right away. So. Alright, so here's our trailer. We'll just hook right up and pre-trip it and go. Alright, I start my turn when I'm now see, I'm trying to adjust how I do my turns because, like I said, I tend to overturn when I'm in because of the Freightliner thing and differences between the Freightliner and the Peterbilt. All right, that was a little bit rough, but I think it was gonna have to be that way anyway. Alright, let me get hooked up. Finish hooking up, pre-trip this thing, and we'll be out of here and let you know what's going on next. Alright guys, we are done pre-tripping. Let's pull out of here and go get off the property and let you know what's going on. Alright, so going back to what I was talking about earlier, if you're a dispatcher, you've got to communicate. You don't just sit and wait for the customer to email the planner, the CSR. Make sure you communicate with the CSR, let them know that the information got communicated to you so they can act on it. It's just like what happened here. Sit around and wait forever for confirmation of a load that was not even the correct one anyway. Communicate, guys. Send that information out, even if it's just a request for information. A follow-up can make a huge difference. Like I said, I could have gotten confirmation very quickly had the communication process not broken down. And for my own fault though, for leaving the property and driving home on that, with it in limbo, I just figured, it's a low likelihood that I was gonna really have end up anywhere but my house waiting until tomorrow, the next day anyway. Turned out it was the one occasion where I was wrong on that. Alright, let me get checked out here and we'll get out of here. Alright guys, let's get out of here now. We could park over here by Walmart, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and go back over across the other side of Highway 63 and go back to that truck stop over there that I usually go to when I'm here in town. Just in case you guys are not familiar with the area, sometimes they say you can't park over here at Walmart, the store, and other times it's okay, it seems. Last few times I've been here, been trucks parking there, not seeming to have any problems. I don't know what the story is there. Alternatively, there's a small truck stop right across the street. When we get to the traffic light up here, you'll see that gas station over there. That they have a small amount of truck parking available there. I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 trucks or so can park over there. Or you can go across the other side of Highway 63 here on US 24. On the left side of the road, there will be a gas station / truck stop there that has room for, we'll just say 20-ish trucks. 25, I don't know, somewhere around there. See if there are any JCTs over in Walmart's lot. None on this side, and nope, none on the other side either. Alright, also, like 1 or 2, I think it's 2 exits south of here. There, on the south end of town here, there's another truck stop over there that you can also go to. Alright. Me first. Alright, yeah, it's got a, the other truck stop has like a fast food barbecue place. It's definitely not the best barbecue I've ever had in the world. It actually leaves something to be desired, to be quite honest. It'll kind of get the job done when you need barbecue, but definitely not my idea. Otherwise, now I don't know where I'm going after this. They did offer me a pre-plan. Let's see if these guys are going to let me over. Looks like the last guy's let me over. Alright, cool. Yeah, I did have a pre-plan that was set to pick up in Olathe, Kansas, and is going to Tolleson, Arizona. However, there's one big problem there. Now, I don't mind going to Tolleson at all. I don't mind going to any of the customers, the receivers over there. Problem is, there's a particular shipper in that area who that I will not name, that I will not do business with. I'm not going to go into my details on why I won't do business with them, but I have my reasons why I refuse to do anything involving that particular customer. And too highly likely that if I take that load, either they're going to try to offer me a load from that customer that I won't do business with. Don't tell me you're turning left on. Good. Or I'll have to sit around waiting for possibly longer than I want to for a pre-plan that picks up at a different customer that I will do business with. So I'm better off that I just not do it at all, and let drivers who actually are willing to do business with that customer, that shipper, let them do the loads out of there. Until we do more loads that are not involving that shipper in that area, like I say, it's probably best that I just stay away from there. Alright, so yeah, I rejected that pre-plan, and we'll figure something else out later. Let's see, do we have any? No, there's no trash cans over here, so if I wanted to, let's get parked here. Alright, let me just try this again here. I don't know if it's, I don't have a good reference point to work with here, so I'll have to use the fuel island. Actually worked out that's pretty nice there. It's not perfect, but it's pointed right at the center of my spot. It's just I'm angled a little bit off. Not really centered, but at least pointing right at the center, and angled the way I want it, and just a very minor offset there really is all I end up having to do. So yeah, not what I would call perfect, but it'll work. Alright, this should be good. Alright, well, that's all we got for here for now. I don't know what I'll be doing next. I could go up to Waterloo, Iowa. Could end up back in a lake for a different load, or mostly in either Missouri or Kansas or Iowa, somewhere more likely for whatever that pre-plan is, when next load's going to be. So I'll let you know what's going on later on. I'm kind of low on hours anyway. What do I have? I got 4 hours and 1 minute left on my 70-hour clock right now, and I'm only getting actually, I don't get any recaps back tonight, it looks like. So it's not going to be particularly useful tomorrow. So, and with it being 7, and we'll just, let me go off duty, log some post trip here, and then by 3:30 in the morning on the 4th, I'll have a fresh 70 to work with at the very least. So if nothing pops up tomorrow that works with those hours, then I can just end up doing a 34 here and then have a fresh 70 to work with, going wherever I go to, as long as it doesn't go to the Phoenix area. Unfortunately, like I said, there are reasons why I like going to the Phoenix area. It's just, I kind of wish I could, there was a better chance that I could get loads out of there, afterward, that I'll actually do business with. Alright, that's all for now. Whatever the next video is, tentatively what I will be talking about will be actually aviation related. As you guys know, I have an aviation background. There's something that I found out about this morning, an incident that definitely could merit being talked about, even if you're not really into aviation. It's like, how in the hell did this happen? So we'll tentatively be set to talk about that one on the next video. Alright, that's all. Also, another update here. I'm picking up so much content on my that will be used on my clips channel that it's making it hard for me to keep up with my vlog posting here on my main channel. So how about this? If you guys give me some ideas, those of you guys who've seen my clips channel and or maybe you regularly watch those clips videos, is there any particular content on those that you either could do without or want to see more of? Drop that in the comments section here, or even any of the videos on my the compilations on my clips channel. Let me know what your thoughts are. I know some of you guys like to watch those videos, particularly for my reactions to stuff. Not so much what's going on. Not really going to see much exciting stuff going on, like car crashes and stuff. But like I say, I know there are a number of you guys who watch my channel who actually have commented in the past that you get a kick out of my reactions to things that go on. Yeah, I don't know, and there's times I react to stuff and actually say things that are insightful and maybe educational for the average driver who doesn't have a CDL and kind of wants to learn some new things about what they might be doing that'll piss off a trucker, or what things that other drivers do or they themselves do that us truckers appreciate. So that's kind of what I'm aiming for there in a way. That's what seems to be working for people, because I can't just show like accidents that don't happen. I can show accident scenes as I pass by them, or if something does happen, which is not likely, or it can happen, but it's kind of exceedingly rare. There's just not much content for me there. But the other thing too is I have so much content that could possibly be worth watching to you guys that it's actually making it difficult for me to keep up with getting my vlog material for this channel edited and posted as well. So I'm probably something's going to have to bend there. I think the vlog channel stuff is going to have to take precedence for sure. It's just try to work my way out through what should and should not be on my clips channel, perhaps. That would help us both out, actually, because I can manage my time a little bit more effectively with that kind of stuff, and give you guys a little bit more of what you do want and a little bit less of what you don't want as a whole. You can't please everybody. Everybody's going to have their own taste in what they want or don't want, but the consensus there, if you guys can come up with something there, let's say I can try to work with that, though. All right, so I got probably gonna do a 34 here. Go get me some Chinese food right next door, and maybe get back to some video editing, and we'll figure out what's going on next. All right, y'all have a great day. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys at the next shipper. Peace.